Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you more of a formal review on Tyger Tyger. This is the fragrance I worked on with Sarah McCartney from 4160Tuesdays London. I'm also going to give you guys a shipping outline and when it's scheduled to be shipped, and also if there's any available, how you can purchase a few. I have a few extra bottles laying around if you guys are interested and you weren't able to back the product. So let's get into the video. If you're unfamiliar with this project and myself, hi, my name is Kristen and I run this channel Beauty Meow. And this is a project that over the course of last year was something that I really wanted to work on. For the longest time I'd been working in my head and kind of playing around off to the side with a fragrance that was a very leather dominant scent with a lot of citrus in it. I really love the citrus and leather combos that I smell. It's just really fantastic. And as I developed the fragrance in my head and played around with it, I wanted it to be I wanted jasmine to be a huge part of this. I thought that would be really magical. So I was thinking if I wanted to work with a lab, if I wanted to work with a perfumer or do it myself. And I didn't settle. I'm not going to say I settled on, but I think the best decision, I know the best decision for this project was actually commissioning an artist to create something and just having their point of view be present in the scent. So when I was going through all the different noses and people that I could reach out to, the person that I thought whose point of view in regards to olfactive art fit the idea of what I wanted this scent to be was Sarah McCartney, and I was so honored and excited when she decided to take on this project. Anyway, I've talked about this a lot. I will link videos below. But it was crowdfunded and we went through development and it's here and it's ready to be shipped out. So I also kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of a formal review on this scent. Now, this is my scent. I did work very closely with Sarah on this fragrance, so do understand this is a completely biased review. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you how this fragrance develops and why certain notes were chosen, and specifically why this scent is what it is. If you guys don't know, I like to smell very conceptual. I like to smell a little bit off-brand, avant-garde. There's times I love to smell like beautiful designer fragrances that are very captivating and complimentary, and then there are times I like to smell the complete opposite. With this scent particularly, I wanted to kind of work with somebody who had a whimsical, unique way of taking notes and creating something that is both like artistic but also wearable. So this to me doesn't compromise any of those ways. So there's a lot of notes in this scent, and Sarah is known for being a kind of not so much loose, but she's known very much for being like having a lot of things but not sitting here and telling you these are like the 50 notes that are in here. But the main notes that are in this scent, and I did talk about it when I mentioned the name of this fragrance, Tyger Tyger, and I was talking about it. Obviously the predominant notes are leather and jasmine and also a citrus in the opening. And the citrus I wanted to be a little bit juicy, but I also wanted to be bright, and I wanted it to work really well with the leather. And I wanted the leather to be a little bit more, not rugged, but I didn't want it to be like a soft leather. I wanted it to be something that was gonna work really well with citrus and jasmine, and I thought a soft leather would kind of, I don't know, I didn't think it would work well with how I wanted this scent to be. So one note that's in this scent, there's also spices and tea. You guys know I love tea scents. There was one note in here that I didn't think would be a part of this scent, but I did mention it before, is an aldehyde, and it's aldehyde C10, I believe, and that is a very beautiful citrusy, but it's also got a waxy feel to it, and I think that waxiness, actually the first batch I sent back, I'm like, can we try making it a little bit more resinous? Can we try making it a little bit more waxy? I just thought that added kind of feel would add to the citrus and also kind of work well with the leather. And I love that she used that note in here. So there is aldehydes in this. I know some people love aldehydes, some people don't. You guys remember, samples come in with your bottles, guys. Try the sample first. You will not hurt my feelings if you do not like this, if you have issues with aldehydes. But aldehydes was something that she added to this. And when I tried each of those bottles, or each of the different iterations, I didn't know what she added. I chose practically blind based on what I wanted this fragrance to smell like and how it performed and things like that. One of the things I like particularly about this scent is that it has Sarah's unique take on fragrance. while it's still being something that I definitively love, and I would have created this if I had the talent and experience. There was another scent in the running that smelled exactly like how I would have created it if I had the ingredients, and I was really excited that Sarah was able to create that based on my horrible communication skills. But in any case, I just loved this one. This is like, to me, on skin, out of all the others, this was magic. So I'm really excited for this. So this opens up very strong, very bright, a little bit sparkly. There's green mandarin in there. It's just got that beautiful blast of citrus and aldehydes, and that is very apparent in the opening. As it dries down a little bit on your skin, you're going to get the leather. The leather comes a lot sooner than I thought, which I'm really excited for, because the idea of this fragrance was having the commingling of the citrus and the leather, and that's also when the jasmine comes out too. Now, one thing I was worried about with this scent is I wanted it to be like an unapologetically jasmine scent, but I didn't want it to be like you smelled it and there was jasmine. So I wanted a variety of different notes in there that was kind of evocative of jasmine, but that also that the jasmine would kind of elevate the other notes as well, specifically the citrus and the leather. And I think with this particular blend, Sarah just did it beautifully. You smell the citrus, you smell the aldehydes, you smell the leather, you smell the jasmine, and it all comes together in this kind of really beautiful, bright, kind of juicy, but kind of like not a sweet juice scent, and it's just really beautiful on the skin. The other thing I really like about this scent is the fact that the citrus lasts so long. So the leather stays a lot longer, comes out sooner, and the citrus lasts on the skin a lot longer as well. So this fragrance doesn't have a lot of development on the skin. It's not one of those scents where it opens this way and it takes you on this crazy long journey of ups and downs. It's a little bit linear. It does open up brighter from the citruses and the aldehydes, but once the leather comes out and the jasmine comes out after about 15 to 20 minutes, it pretty much smells the same on your skin. It just gets a little bit softer with the citrus and a little bit more smoother from the leather and the jasmine and the spices and the tea. But overall, I'm really excited for how long the citruses last on the skin. So it's something that if you like it on your skin within the first 15 to 20 minutes, you should probably like it throughout the entire lifespan. If you don't like it the first 15 to 20 minutes, it's probably not going to turn into something that you're going to like. Longevity wise, you guys, as always, I'm going to be honest with you, and this fragrance is something that I'm actually really excited to say that it has fantastic longevity, at least on my skin. Different fragrances, different formulas, different things like that, specifically with citruses, can be very fleeting, but I find that the leather and all the other notes in here kind of helps it cling to my skin longer. So I get about 4 to 6 hours on my skin. If it doesn't sound like a lot of time to you, I live in the tropics. It's very hot and humid and sweaty here. So 4 to 6 hours for me is normally like 6 to 10 for other people. So this does have really nice longevity. It starts off having a little bit of a projection, a little bit of an atmosphere about to your fingertips, so it's not a crazy projecting scent, but it does leave a little lingering trail, which is really nice, not a crazy loud one. And I do find that as it gets softer on your skin, it's just it's nice. It's, you know, after I've been wearing it for a few hours and then, you know, I'm going about my day, maybe I'm taking my makeup off and I'm getting ready to take a shower, I'll get a few whiffs of this after I've been wearing it for a few hours, and it's just really pleasant and nice. I absolutely love it. This scent is a unisex fragrance. It smells like a unisex fragrance. Obviously, anybody can wear whatever you want. Fragrance is genderless, but when we were also designing the scent, we wanted it to be unisex. So it does smell like something you could find on one side or the other of the fragrance aisle. If you're one of those people where you prefer to wear men's or women's scents, you can wear whatever you want. I don't care if you prefer to wear just men's or just women's or both or whoever. Fragrance is your personal journey and relationship with just smelling good, and however you want to experience that and enjoy it is on you. It's none of my business. But when we were designing the scent and how I wanted the scent to be is if you smelled it, it smelled like it would be marketed as a unisex scent. I do find that this scent, because of the aldehydes, could be not professional appropriate for the workplace. I don't think that it smells so crazy, because you guys know how I like to smell, that people would have be like, ugh, what are you wearing? That's gross. But aldehydes are one of those notes where people just have reactions to. So if you're living in a workplace, or if you're working at a place where people have sensitivity to fragrances, I would say maybe don't wear this there, or try maybe wearing it and seeing how people around you work. I just know aldehydes can be very specific and people have real issues with them, which is why I would say I probably wouldn't recommend this for professional settings just because of that. But this does come off as a more daytime scent and a more afternoon scent, and this is a scent that can work spring, summer, and fall. This is a long video. I did not want this video to be this long, but I'm really excited to kind of give you guys more of a formal review on this. Overall, this scent is something I'm ridiculously proud of. Being able to have created, or not created, but worked on She earlier last year, which was a complete dream, and then having this, I feel like all of my like bucket list, like YouTube bucket list things are being checked off. I'm so excited. I definitely want to continue this journey somehow. I'm not sure. It's a long way coming. I don't know if I want to like, I don't know. I'll talk to you guys about that later in a video in a few weeks or a month or two as I figure out more of that. That's a story that's coming. But just being able to work with this, being able to work with Sarah, being able to give back, because all profits are going to charity to help big cats. I mean, just this entire project has been so fulfilling and so rewarding, and I'm just really happy about it, guys. Thank you so much for making this a reality. I'm going to be shipping this. This video is going to go out a few days before it ships. It's going to be shipping either January 9th or 10th, as long as there are no interruptions. If something happens, it'll be shipped the 11th or 12th. So I'm going to tentatively say it's going to be shipped between January 9th and January 13th. All people within the United States, that's when it will be shipped. I know Shara has started shipping out things within the EU, so if you've gotten your bottle in the EU, let me know. I'd love to know what you guys think, good or bad. Please feel free to be honest if you don't like it. I'm totally okay with critique. So if you guys have ordered within the United States and you're wondering the status of your order, it's going to be shipped out between the 9th and the 13th. The reason being is I ordered a bunch of boxes from my person. I don't know if you guys have ever ordered boxes. There's like so many different boxes, so many different dimensions. It's like 3 by 4 by 6, 8 by 8 by 2. Like there's so I measured for safety and I ordered these boxes, but they sent me a box, the wrong boxes. So I actually decided to just order them from Amazon rather than the boxes that I had ordered from the company that I use for my business, because it would be a lot quicker. So I'm going to be getting those either the 8th or 9th. So that is why it's going to take a little bit longer. Every bottle is going to be shipped with a sample, as I mentioned before. Do not use your bottle. If you use your bottle, I cannot accept a return, but use your sample, wear it for a day or two. And as I mentioned before in the last video, I'm talking about how long you guys have to try the fragrance before to return it. So I'll have that information written below as well in the description if you want to know. Now, Sarah was very generous and she sent me a few extra bottles, and those bottles are going to be sold. I have a few people who've already reached out and shown interest in this. So the first things first is I want to make sure everyone who received their bottles gets their bottle. So if anything happens damaging in transit, something happens, you know, a thing gets lost, I want to be able to have a few extra bottles to cover that, so that way they make sure that they get their stuff. So after, I would say a few weeks after everyone's gotten their bottles and I know how many bottles I have left over, I'm going to be selling them. So you if you're interested in being put on a list, I have a little list going for people who are interested. Email me at beautymeowreviews@gmail.com. I'll have that list below in the description box, and you can definitely be put on a wait list. Now, I'm only going to be able to send out as many samples as I have been given. I don't have an abundance of samples. So if I have a sample for you guys, if you're purchasing on the list, then the same rules will apply. You can sample it. If you don't like it, you can return it. However, if I run out of samples, and I will let you know before I ship it or before you pay, and if I say, I'm sorry, I don't have any samples, you're buying this final sale, I'll let you guys know. The other thing too is that these will be sold at full retail price. This is the price that Sarah would sell. this fragrance with these ingredients on her site, which is $75 for 30 ml. The $55 was a thank you to people who funded the project, but at this current point in time, to be able to give as much money sold at full retail price at $75. Now, I have the capability to ship these bottles anywhere in the world, but shipping is ridiculously expensive. As Sarah told me, I made a few mistakes on my GoFundMe, and she was very she's like, this is how much it costs. It's not cheap. So if you want it anywhere in the world, I'll be more than happy to ship this, but you will also have to pay shipping too, and that is very expensive. So I'm just letting you guys know that as well. Currently, I think I might have 5 to 6 extra bottles. I don't know. So when I have a final number, I will update it on the on my Instagram. I will update it on my Twitter, and I will also let anybody know who's emailed me. So if you're interested in being on that list, let me know. And I also, if there's only a few people and there's a few extra bottles floating around, I'll let it know on all of those social media. So make sure to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram if you're so inclined. In any case, guys, thank you so much. I hope you liked this video. I know it's a lot longer than it was expected. I'm really excited to share Tyger Tyger with you guys. I hope you guys like it. I know not everyone is gonna like this scent, and that's totally fine. If you were expecting something completely different and this is not at all what you liked, do not feel like you have that you're gonna hurt my feelings, that I'm going to be offended, that, you know, there's nothing wrong with not liking a scent. This isn't going to be the best thing on the market. This isn't going to be a crowd pleaser. That's what I wanted. I wanted something that was unique. I wanted something that was special. I wanted something that was kind of signature scent worthy, but also something that to me just screams my ideals of what I like to smell like, but also Sarah's unique whimsical take on fragrance. And I know that that's not going to be mass appealing, and that's totally okay. I don't think that everything needs to be mass appealing to be amazing or a masterpiece, but I also think that things out there that are mass appealing can also be masterpieces and incredible. So I'm not sitting here knocking those scents, but I do know that when I was creating this scent, this was a scent that was created with what I wanted to see in a fragrance that I didn't see a lot of. And so not everyone's going to like that, and that's totally acceptable. So if you have ordered it and you do not like it, as long as you didn't use the bottle, do not worry about returning it. It's okay. And if you have any issues with your orders, if you have any questions about shipping or anything like that, feel free to message me on my email, again, beautymeowreviews.com. I try to answer every day. Things have been a little hectic back here, so it might be a few days. But if I don't get back to you, send me another email or message me on Instagram. But I've been pretty good at answering people within, I think, a few days. So if I haven't, I'm so sorry. But in any case, guys, I'm yammering. You guys know I'm really good at that. I'm going to end this video here. Again, thank you so much for making this project a reality. Thank you so much, it sounds so corny, for believing in me. Thank you so much to Sarah, and most importantly, thank you so much for donating to or funding this project, mostly for the cats as well. I'm so excited and happy to being able to give back every penny to a fantastic charity. In case, guys, have a wonderful new year, and I'll see you tomorrow.